Hello everybody, welcome to a brand new series on FTB Infinity Evolved. I'm pretty excited about this. I haven't played this mod pack in a long time, and well, I might as well. I guess I'll get into some of the reasons why I'm doing this series, but first let's go ahead and make a seed for the world. We'll call it Best FTB World Ever, because that's exactly what it's going to be. And then what are we going to call it? We're going to call it World of Mechanics? No. Mechania. Nah. Mechmania. Well, there's magic too, but whatever. Mechmania sounds cool. I like it. We'll go ahead and start generating world up here. And just like I said, I guess I'll start talking a little bit about why my thought process. This is a very old mod pack. I don't know if you noticed, probably it said it in the bottom left, but this is a old version of Minecraft 1.7.10. But in my opinion, it's one of the best versions of this game that ever came out. I'm not saying 1.7.10 is, but this mod pack specifically is probably one of the best versions of the game that I've ever seen. What's the button for sprinting? I'm gonna have to do some messing around with controls for sure. Crafting grid, inventory. Feels laggy just going through the screen here. I did install Optifine and some shaders as well, just for fun. Let's see, jetpacks, tools. Is there not a sprint control button? No, this is dark steel. What the heck, man? Gameplay. All right. Sprint. L control. Okay. What is this? No key control. And then I have something that's like zooming on left control. Whoops. It's like not working. Hang on. What did I just do? Hang on 1 second. All right, now we got it working. Let's go ahead and chop down a little tree here. And where was I? I was talking about how I really think this is one of the best versions of the game. I mean, Minecraft is very much like a personal preference game. You know, so a lot of people like to play it very many different ways. I don't know how I feel about the moving trees like this. I tried. Right now we're on the whatchamacallit shaders we're using is Silder's Enhanced Default, but let's try another one. Maybe Silder's Vibrant. I went ahead and clicked complementary shaders. It just takes a second to load. So we'll wait 1 second. But yeah, I really do think this was one of my favorites. I remember as a kid, I would watch a lot of people like Twitch streaming this game. Yeah, that looks nice. I like that. We can see the sun coming in through the forest. Nice little spawn here too. I really can't complain about a forest. Let's go ahead and make an axe though, so I could chop down a couple trees a lot quicker. Perfect. We'll make an axe first, and then I'll go ahead and make a pickaxe as well. And then we'll put these books up here for now. I'm not too worried about these. I don't think I need this if I'm not playing the hardcore version of the game. Yeah, we'll not be using this. I'm not going to be doing this hardcore. Maybe we'll try that again in the future or for another playthrough, but for now I just want to play the game normally. But anyways, like I was saying, when I was growing up, I would watch like Twitch streamers playing FTB Infinity. It was like one of the coolest mod packs ever in my opinion. And I also on YouTube watched Direwolf 20's Let's Play, especially when he was in the 1.7.10 series. Like I was watching every single episode he was putting out. I was just loving it at the time. His mod pack is slightly different, but pretty much shares a lot of the same mods that are in this mod pack. I did look at the differences between them, and I wasn't exactly sure which one I wanted to do, but I just went with my gut. They seemed very similar. I'm sure we'd have a great time playing either one, and I went ahead and chose FTB Infinity over the Direwolf 20 pack. Oh, and here's some Mine Factory Reloaded trees. These are pretty cool. Get some rubber going. I guess I don't really need to worry too much about the saplings. I also see some sheep on the mini-map, so we should probably run over there and start getting those guys. Oh, and I did get some seeds. There's probably a vein miner, isn't there? Let's see. Maybe not. Maybe not. Any vein miner, open blocks, simply jetpacks, Thaumic Tinker. Yeah, no, because there's Tinker's Construct. So it wouldn't really make sense to have vein miner. It would just destroy the whole point of having Tinker's Construct, which is a mod I feel like we should play around with as soon as possible. Oh, here's a little cave too. Anything out of the ordinary right here? I guess we could pick up a couple pieces of stone. And it looks like we already got some coal. But I'm not going to waste my time mining it with the stone pickaxe. Or a wooden pickaxe when I could already make a stone one. So yeah, it's just been one of my favorite games of all time. One of my favorite versions of the game. I think the newer updates and the newer mods, like there's a lot of cool stuff out there as well. But realistically, this version of the game just represents a different time for me. Like I feel like people played this with entirely different goals and mindsets than what we see in modern day Minecraft. I'm talking about this like a total nerd, but like people are really obsessed right now, it seems, with like building good looking things. Like that seems to be all the rage right now. Even redstoners like Mumbo Jumbo are building things that look good to the eye, which isn't bad. That's fine. I try to do that too whenever I play Minecraft, but I also find that I don't have as much fun in the modern versions of the game. Not like I did when this was what was popping back in the day, back in the 1.7.10 days. This was like probably 10 years ago at this point. And back then it was much more technical. Like when people were playing these mod packs, it was about like building cool bases that would do a lot of automatic things. And I know you still have that kind of thing in mod packs and with their create mod, and using a lot of redstoners are still doing things like that. But this mod pack is just different. I can't really put words to it exactly how it's different. You'll just have to see through this series. So hopefully we can have some fun, build a lot of cool contraptions, build a lot of machines and automated systems, and just a really awesome base, and have a lot of fun with it. That's the whole goal. Let the good times begin. Okay, we got some cool looking trees over here too. But most importantly, we got our wool for the day. And I really, in order to get started, I'm going to have to just get into mining here pretty soon. Like realistically, that's how we're going to progress. So we just need to find a nice spot. I kind of like this spot right by the water. I think it looks cool. I just wanted to check out these trees. Do I have any bones on me to tame a dog? I don't have any bones on me. And yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and just base up a little bit. We'll take this spot right here on the water. It's perfectly flat. We have water around us to set up some farms, and it'll do the trick. So I'll probably set my things down in here, maybe make a little bed. Let's make a chest as well. And then I could go hit the mines, which I'll try not to do a whole lot of mining on camera, maybe a little bit more so today, just so you guys could see what it looks like. Because it definitely looks very different than what normal vanilla caves look like. I don't know how many people watching this are already familiar with this mod pack and how many are not going to be familiar with this mod pack. So I'm just going to treat it as if there may be people watching who don't know all the things that I may know or other people may know watching. I'm sure many people watching will know a lot more about this mod pack than I do. I'm sure some people will be totally new to it. So I'm going to try and explain everything as if whoever was watching had no idea what I was talking about. What do I want to do with the mutton? Do I want to cook it up right now? I can't. I don't even have enough cobblestone for that. So let's go ahead and head back. You know what? I can make a stone axe though. I do want to do that because we need to collect a bunch of wood as well. And I should make a shovel because we need like sand and gravel as much as possible as well. All right, we got a little bit of food. We got a bed. We got coal. I should make some torches while I already can. Boom. I wonder if offhand. The only downside about playing these older versions of Minecraft is sometimes you get used to really cool features that were in the base game, or that are in the game now, that were not a thing then. Oh, that's cool. These dead leaf piles just got added to the game in vanilla in like the new 1.20.5 update. But they're in the game already all the way back 10 years ago from mods. That's another cool thing to see, is like how the developers of Minecraft have kind of taken some of what modders have added and decided it was really good and put it in the base game itself as well too. So herb garden, yeah, that'll give us a bunch of stuff, right? Garlic and spices, cool, cool. I think, you know, I'm surprised I haven't seen any of the Botania. Yeah, here we go. No, this mod pack does have Botania, right? Let's see. Yeah, it does. I'm surprised I haven't seen any of these flowers. These are important flowers because I want to mess around with Botania too. It's a cool mod. I'm not going to go through all of the mods that are included in this pack, but I will mention some of them that I especially want to build with as we continue the series, as we play out this game. The first one I would probably mention is going to be Tinker's Construct. That's going to be something we get into very soon. It's a mod that allows you to make really cool tools, like much better tools and weapons than the vanilla game, and they're highly customizable, and there's also like different kinds of tools that would make mining much better than it is in the base game. And I'll leave it at that until we're actually into the mod and creating those things. And it's pretty accessible in the early game. It's one of the first things I normally do. Later on, we'll probably be using some like thermal mods, like thermal expansion, thermal dynamics, whatever it's called. That will give us some machines that help us, like, oh my goodness, where I can't even find a cave now. I guess we're just gonna have to find a whole new cave. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Hopefully this is a nice cave. I think this, no. I was gonna see, there used to be a feature where if you had, oh, maybe it's only with Tinker's Construct tools. Yeah, I think if I had a Tinker's Construct tool and you put torches in your hotbar to the side, to the right of it, and then if you right click, it would place the torch down. But I don't think it works on vanilla tools. One of my favorite mods in this pack is Mine Factory Reloaded. There's other mods that sort of replace the functionalities that it would provide. Like later on, I don't know why it didn't really get continued. I don't think it's a very common mod anymore. But in 1.7.10, I thought it was a really cool mod. It added some really nifty items. Open Blocks is another similar mod. It doesn't really have a whole lot of functionality. It's more so just adds a bunch of cool little blocks that everybody wishes was in the game. Okay, that was a very let down cave. Another mod, let's see. Let me look at the mod list here. Oh, I don't have. Yeah, here it is. Applied Energistics 2, that's an important one. That's going to allow us to make some fancy, I mean, most people know about this, but it allows you to make really fancy inventory systems, like storage systems. Okay, sun is going down. I haven't found a very good cave yet. I'm just ranting about a bunch of nonsense. That's all right. We will find a cool cave, or maybe I'll just start a mine right next to the house. Yeah, so Applied Energistics 2 I think is going to be really cool. It's going to take us a little while before we're ready to get started with that mod. It'll be a lot of fun. In the meantime, we have some fancy storage mods for the early game, like iron chest and storage drawers and logistical pipes and stuff like that, so we can make sorting systems a lot easier than you can in vanilla. Let's go ahead and sleep here. Interesting. In 1.7.10 you couldn't place a bed on tall grass. You have to break the tall grass first. That's different for sure. Okay. Yeah, let's put my torches back here and then get rid of some other things here that we're probably not going to accrue a lot more of. All right, I guess I'll just go ahead and start. Man, I am so not used to how loud breaking dirt and grass is, especially since they just changed it in 1.20.5 or 1.21.5. Anyway, yeah, so the big difference, I mean, I would really like to find a cave, but I'm sure we will if I keep mining a little bit, do a little strip mine action. The big difference in the caves between this and vanilla Minecraft that you see nowadays is just all the crazy ores that they add. Plus, it's also the old generation of the caves, which I know we all wanted the cave update. We're all tired of what the caves looked like after seeing the same thing over and over again for so many years. But it is a nice refresh now that we do have new cave generation to see what the old ones are like again. Which it sounds like there is a cave around me somewhere here. Interestingly enough. I hear zombies very close. I wonder if I gotta go down a little bit more. I'd like to find some iron too. Yeah, they gotta be close by here. So I guess I should do a little bit of mining off camera. I'll let you guys know once I find this cave. Because I've kind of ran out of exactly a thought process to keep talking about. In terms of other mods, I mean, I also saw Bibliocraft on the list that adds a lot of cool, like, decorative things. It also does have some functionality, like you can make little, I don't know, a lot of fancy stuff with Bibliocraft. We probably won't do, like, a whole lot with that mod. It'll just be, like, small little touches. Okay, found the... Wow, I almost died doing that. It's like I got stuck under there. Alright. So now we got a couple more ores. Whoa, 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 back up. I might not regenerate health. Couple more ores. 10. I'd like to find some iron. Here we go. So now we can make an iron pick. I always did like as a kid, whenever I'd finally get access to play like on a laptop and download some mods, and then you'd run in the caves and you'd see all these different kinds of ores rather than just like iron, gold, all this like normal vanilla stuff. I don't know why, it was just so interesting. So much more fun to me when I had all these different ores I could mine. I wasn't just the same 3 or 4, you know. All right. Let's set up a little workstation right over here. Can pick up some of this aluminum too. So for now, I just need to get my feet off the ground. So we're just gonna smelt up our ores normally. But for those of you who don't know, and modpack's a common feature, one of the earliest things you can do is actually double your ore output. So for every 1 ore you get, you can double it into 2 ingots. I know if you have a fortune pick in vanilla Minecraft, you can do that now, but back in the day, like 1.7.10 time, that was not a thing. So this was very much revolutionary for the game. Being able to double all the ores you get, turning 1 ore into 2 ingots was very cool. All right, we just need a couple more pieces of iron to be made here. Go. And now we can mine a little bit faster. Appetite, don't think... Oh yeah, this is from the forestry mod. That's a mod I've never gotten super into, so maybe we'll try and check it out at some time, although it's not going to be my first priority. Okay, we got some cinnabar here. That's some good stuff. Let's get this copper. Copper is very important. Thermal expansion, but used for a lot of different mods. And yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of mining of this cave now off camera. I know it can be boring to watch someone mine. I did want to show you guys a little bit of the variety of ores that you can get. But we're going to go ahead and collect a bunch of this stuff. And then I'll head back up to the surface here pretty soon once I've gotten a pretty good amount of stuff. Maybe until once my inventory's full, not sure. And we'll start working on something else. We'll also need to get a food supply going here pretty soon here. Not too worried about that though. It's pretty easy to get food just by killing animals to start off. But yeah, very soon I'm going to want to start making farms so that we can just have infinite food and I won't have to go hunting, if you will. Alrighty, I went ahead and got a pretty good amount of stuff and kept mining essentially until my pickaxe broke. And I'm going to call that good for now. So let's go ahead and add another chest. I realized that I should probably, let's see, turn that up and then just turn my headset down. That way the game volume isn't super quiet for you guys, but it's still not super loud for me. All right, anyways. Let's see what we got. We got some things that we're not going to have to process at all. Amber for Thaumcraft, some order shards for Thaumcraft, appetite for forestry, salt, and then Certus quartz. I think I got, yeah, I did get some charge Certus quartz as well, which is cool. So these we're gonna have to process these ores. Got a good amount of tin. We got a good amount of stones here, some shards, cool. Bed I'll keep on me. I'll put away the bones, marble. Only 2 bones. I'd like to get a few more. And it's time to sleep again. There we go. Alrighty, what's next on the list? Okay, so now that we have a good little starting set of resources, I think, let's see, what's gonna be the best way to ore double early game? I think the quartz grindstone is probably gonna be the cheapest way to do it, but you have to do that manually. Let's see, if I were to look at sawmill, I don't think that's the same. Give me a second here. So if you go into your inventory menu and click on item subsets, you can go through and you can look at items by specific mods. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the thermal series. Let's see. Thermal, no, not thermic. Thermal foundation, thermal expansion. Okay. Whoops. Okay, I just hit a bad button right there. Somehow I got myself out of full screen. Sorry, I know the video looks all messed up for a second. There should be, 1 second. All right, we're back. There should be a way. There we go. I double clicked it and then it pops up like this and you can see all the items in your NEI, not enough items interface here. All right, so we can make a full, the pulverizer is what I normally make. Yeah, we're not gonna be making a machine frame quite yet. I'm gonna have to just smelt, I think, all these ores for now, the old fashioned way in a furnace. And once we have a good little stock of ores, then I could start worrying about, we'll make 2 of these furnaces, by the way. Then I could start worrying about ore doubling. Oh, that's right. I could also just do it with Tinker's Construct is how I normally do it at the beginning. But anyway, getting off track. So we'll go ahead and start smelting those suckers up. And now I can go around, start collecting some seeds so we can make a farm. And you'll notice there's a lot of seeds and we do have AgriCraft installed in this mod. Okay, so we want, I'm not going to worry about these seeds a whole lot. I really just want these 3, mostly wheat seeds, are my main priority right now. And let's go ahead and make our farm over here towards the ocean. Is this a water house? And then I should make a hoe and a bucket. Would be a good idea. We'll go ahead and make it out of iron because we're starting to have a good amount of iron now. And I'll go ahead and pull these out. Not getting a lot of seeds, to be honest with you. Alright, so there is a cool mod that we have installed called AgriCraft that I don't really want to mess with, but we'll maybe do a little bit of it. First order of business, though, I want to get just normal seeds planted. So maybe I'll do it for the carrots and the potatoes. But for the wheat seeds for now, we'll just do normal fancy, nothing fancy about it. Okay, I need to get some dirt to plug that hole. And then we'll count out. I want this to be a 9x9 farm probably. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Man, just one shy. We'll do this one then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure. Something like this. It seems pretty loud, huh? Pretty loud for a till in the ground. Okay, that's plenty for now. So let me go ahead and make some of the fancy little crop sticks or whatever it's called for AgriCraft, because I do remember the basics on how that mod would go. This mod pack, this playthrough is going to be a little bit of a mix of me remembering what I can remember and having to like look things up because I forgot, because it's been a long time since I've played anything like this. Okay. So, oh, I don't have my seed analyzer, huh? I need like a seed analyzer. Let's see. Seed. Let's look at the AgriCraft mod. Okay, there we go. It is called a seed analyzer, and you just need sticks and glass paints. I don't have a whole lot of glass, so I probably can't make it. Basically, some seeds are better than other seeds, and if I put my seeds inside these crop sticks, then when they fully harvest, you can just right click and it doesn't break the seed. Essentially, it'll like harvest it and then it'll stay planted. But you can also, whoops, do something like that. So I think this will crossbreed the seeds the way I have these set up. So in between here, like some seeds are better than other seeds when you have AgriCraft installed. You can tell with the seed analyzer. I guess I'll have to show you guys this mod after I make a seed analyzer, because right now it's just not going to make a whole lot of sense. But we're already at the 26-minute mark, and I think I'm going to go ahead and call the episode there. We have a nice little startup situation going on here. We haven't really accomplished much, but we've started a farm. We've collected a lot of resources, and I've sort of talked about the series, why I'm making it, and what to expect a little bit. Still plenty of other mods I haven't talked about, but the list just goes on and on. There's other mods like BuildCraft, which allow you to mine automatically and build things automatically, and other mods like big reactors to generate a lot of power. Just another fun one I'm really looking forward into playing with is simply jetpacks, which I'll go ahead and pull that one up in here. This is one of my favorite mods ever. I keep doing that. It's a shift click. Okay. So basically you can make these jetpacks and upgrade them over time. So it allows you to sort of fly around. They have like two different paths you can take in terms of like starting out and upgrading into two different tiers. So you'll notice the top tier, I believe, is tier 4. There's the resonant pack, or you could have the vibrant pack, depending on if you start with leadstone and upgrade from there, or start with conductive iron and upgrade from there. And they sort of work a little bit differently and have different pros and cons, which is really cool. So we're going to make a lot of cool stuff. We're going to have a lot of fun with the mod pack. We're just going to try and explore the mods, make really cool systems. And this is just something I really enjoyed about Minecraft growing up, and I want to revisit today. So that's what this whole series is sort of about. I hope you guys have enjoyed this first episode. And in the next one, we'll continue to make some more progress. All right, see you guys.